Good morning. I'm eating on the air. A little trick I learned from Steve Dahl. The audience relates to it beautifully.
You better not have ketchup on that hot dog.
I won't.
Don't make me do my Clint Eastwood.
Or your Bob Serrat impersonation.
Yeah.
There we go. Maybe we can have a hot dog eating contest like it's Nathan's, because we've got a whole bunch of hot dogs in the studio, as opposed to the 2 hot dogs who usually reside here.
Hi-oh.
But joining us in the studio right now is Kevin Kolman. He is Weber's go-to guy for all grilling techniques. Thanks for coming on the show this morning.
Oh, thanks for having us.
And you brought in a bunch of food for us, and it's just wonderful. And I'm a two-fisted eater right now. I got meat and a hamburger bun in one hand and a hot dog in the other hand. Describe what you have here.
So we decided that in case you guys weren't going to be able to get to a barbecue this weekend, we wanted to supply you with the whole barbecue. So we have a beautiful ground brisket and bacon combination. And then what we did on top of that, we put a nice couple pieces of brisket, some pulled pork, finished it off with some barbecue sauce. So it is the ultimate burger, and that's what we're about right now. 85% of people in the backyards are doing burgers, so we figured we'd bring them down to you guys so you can enjoy them.
This is how everyone should start their day, every day. This is great, and if you don't mind, I prefer to call you Professor Kolman, because I understand, in addition to being a grill master, you actually teach at the university level how to barbecue.
Yeah, we were fortunate enough to partner with The Ohio State University, and there's a barbecue science class on campus that we go in and teach, and it's 7 weeks long just because of the weather, and the kids will cook on gas and charcoal, and there's a competition at the end where usually somebody goes home with a Weber grill. It's awesome because on the barbecue side, I know what I'm doing, but on the meat side, not so much. So I've been harvesting animals and going through the whole process of how animals are raised and harvested and everything. It's amazing. So it's a beautiful balance of both.
Is there actually like a Weber
Barbecue
grill
science.
that replaces the O in the Ohio when they make the Ohio script on the football field?
Yeah, it is the barbecue science class mostly taken by Ohio State football and basketball players.
Well, what's interesting is it's mostly for
You're grilling him now, and that's not good.
Yeah, you're grilling. Well,
Yeah.
the meat science kids take it, and then what happens is a lot of the engineers are now taking it because they're actually they're learning more in this class than they are in other classes, just because it's more practical knowledge for them. So it's awesome.
My son-in-law, Brad, he does all the grilling. I just do the eating at these occasions. So he actually asked the question, what method do you prefer for charcoal placement? Do you prefer a 3-zone split fire or a 2-zone? Is he pulling my leg here?
The 3-zone split, wasn't that the Bears 85 defense?
I think it's Ohio State. Maybe Ohio State. Is he pulling my leg there?
No, what I think he is alluding to with the 3-zone is a sloped method where it's stacked up high. We have a hot zone. You slope it down a little bit so it's a less heat down to a little bit so you can move your steak. So if things are overcooking, you can adjust. The 2-zone is something I go to the most, and that's where you have direct heat. And I'm cooking most of my things, steaks, chops, burgers, and then I'm going to move it off to an indirect area just in case the heat's getting too much. So he's right on track.
He sounds like Donald Rumsfeld talking about troop movements.
Yeah, really. How about hardwood briquettes or lump charcoal?
Well, that's interesting. I think hardwood briquettes.
You could go on forever.
We could go on forever.
Right. Is that like an
So could
advanced
your
degree?
son-in-law,
Yeah,
man.
apparently. Oh, yeah.
Well, the hardwood briquette is better for smoking, low cooking, because you're going to extend the period of time. Lump charcoal burns hotter and it burns faster. So if you want to do steaks, burgers, chops, things that are going to be on the grill less than 20 minutes, lump is the way to go. Very natural. The hardwood, again, is for more smoking and slow cooking.
And now, I don't cook at all. I don't cook anything. I have no capacity to do that. I'm also single, and so I was interested to learn, we were talking off air, that barbecuing and barbecue produces natural pheromones, so it makes you more attractive.
It absolutely does. And you sound like my family, who doesn't do much cooking, but always wants to come over and drink my beer and eat my food. But yeah, actually, barbecue is a natural pheromone. So when you're outside, especially me in the backyard, I can use all the help I got. Probably helped with my wife, but yeah, it releases that, makes you more attractive, and people like you a little bit more.
Maybe Weber Grill should sponsor like a dating service. You know,
Can you get the same effect by like smearing yourself with barbecue sauce? Does that help, or do you have to have the barbecue?
Don't tell us about your home life.
Hey, tell us, Kevin Kolman, Weber Grill Master. Tell us about your like have grill will travel. You once got stopped by the cops?
Yeah, well, we were doing a brisket for a pretty interesting meeting, and what happened was it got done a little bit early, so I had to put it in the back of my truck with the smoker going and drive it to work, which I do not recommend by anybody, especially here in Chicago.
For you kids listening at home.
Happened to stop at a stoplight. Well, all that oxygen that was getting into then the grill started to smoke, and the police officer pulled up and said, you got a fire in the back of your grill, and in the back of your truck. And I said, no, it's actually a brisket. It's fine. She's like, all right, well, enjoy your weekend. So she gave me a free pass.
She hears that one all the time. I just got a burning brisket in the back of my truck.
Well, instead of like Michael Jordan, who used to get basketballs that he would sign to the cops, I mean, you'd hand over like a brisket or something.
Well,
Instead of Mike Ditka, he used to just swear at them.
There you go. There you go.
We like to bring people together, so we offer them free barbecue, and sometimes we like to give them some free grill lessons that helps keep them happy.
And as a Weber grill master, your responsibilities, I mean, this takes you all over the world teaching barbecue.
It takes us all over the world trying to inspire and get people in their backyards and give them great information. If you go on Weber's webpage, which is Weber Nation, there's go-to videos, there's blogs. People can talk directly to me via Facebook and Twitter, and so I've been corresponding with people all week now, trying to get them geared up for their holiday barbecue. So it's awesome.
What's a classic barbecuing mistakes that people make?
Oh, there's a ton of them. And first thing is preheating the grill. That's the most important step in anything you barbecue, because it brings the grill up to temperature. And if you don't do that, food sticks, it takes too long to cook, and then you look like an amateur. So preheat always.
That cuts against the pheromones, and you're less attractive if you look like an amateur.
You're absolutely right.
How about lighter fluid? Are there mistakes that you make with that?
Never use lighter fluid. Now, I know a lot of people think that's
a mistake, period.
Yeah. Oh, that's a mistake, and people think that's part of what barbecue.
Don't you like the lighter fluid taste?
Back when my dad used to use that in the backyard, I thought that's what barbecue was. But we actually sell little wax cubes and chimney starters that get charcoal started in 15 minutes. Very efficient. You get that great barbecue flavor without that nice lighter fluid.
Sure.
Romantic flavor coming from your food.
You don't want a roadside Weber grill, okay? You know what I'm saying? Kevin Kolman, thanks so much for joining us and for the food. So when will we see you again? When's the next holiday? Labor Day?
Oh, yeah, Labor Day.
Yeah. Sure.
Thanksgiving, the holiday, get people geared up for cooking turkey.
There we go. Kevin Kolman, thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you for having us.
Very much.